Hello everybody, Rainbow Red Panda here, and I am doing a comic review. Today I am doing a review for DC's The Movement #1. This came out a few weeks ago and I just got it yesterday. My comic store carries mainly Marvel and DC titles, but they didn't carry this one for some reason. I'm not sure if they just didn't think that it would be a good seller or what, but I had to order it from them and it just came in yesterday. I just read it. It is written by Gail Simone and illustrated by Freddie Williams II. And I'm not really familiar with either one of those artists or illustrator. So I was just kind of going into it blindly. It was just the first issue of something and it sounded interesting in the description. So I decided to pick it up. I don't know, I do that with a lot of titles. But I really enjoyed it. It's kind of a mixture to me between the the Young Avengers, and then the Watchmen series. It's kind of like it takes place in Coral City, so it's not like an actual place around here, but the town is sort of like corrupted by their police agency. So I mean that's something I guess that's kind of common in a lot of comic books. Some of their police agents, I think, are fairly good guys. They just let their anger get the best of them. That seems to be the thing with the police chief, I believe is what he is. But they have these like superheroes that patrol streets 10 through 20, and I guess the police aren't really supposed to worry about that area because they have it covered, but they end up going to that area, and the movement, as they call them, they just kind of take over, and they take over and tell the police, like, you guys need to get out of here, like, we have this under control, here is why you guys fail and why you need to be stopped. So they make it seem like the police are not good people that you want on your side at all. It kind of, in the beginning, it kind of shows that the police are in their area doing things, and they're doing things very inappropriately, telling people, oh, I won't arrest you if, you let me see some stuff from your girlfriend, and it's just very inappropriate stuff like that. But I don't know, they end up going to a church, and there is this demon boy who may or may not be part of the movement. That part was a little confusing to me. I'm going to reread it and then I'll probably figure it out, but there's like this boy who right off the bat says, I should not be going to a church, bad things happen when I go to a church. And then he goes in and he is possessed by what you think is the devil, but it turns out he may or may not have like a power that just does that. So he may or may not be part of the movement, I'm not really sure, but he ends up kind of going into another character that's named just like the Rat. So I think the Rat is really the evil monster here, besides the police unit for the movement, but we'll see what happens with it. I think it's going to be a good series for however long. I don't see it being like a super long running series, but I think that it will do fairly well. Like I said, nobody in my store really ordered it but me, so I don't know that it's going to be a huge seller, but I could be wrong about it. I don't know. I hope I am, because I really enjoyed it. Like, I really love the Watchmen, and I really enjoy the Young Avengers, so to me this is like a very good balance between the two of them, and so I'm very interested to see what happens with it. Like I said, the reason it kind of reminds me of the Young Avengers is all of the people in it are very young. They're all like teenager-ish. And then it just kind of, the Avengers, their whole thing of the city, saving the city and whatnot. They do wear like these masks. This is the very last page. They wear like these silver masks besides like the little Robin like head eyepieces. They kind of wear those too, but they mainly wear the masks. And there is an advertisement in it for the Green Team, which is a new series. I'm guessing that this is going to come out next week, maybe. It says that it comes out in May. So, I don't know, it may have already come out and I just didn't get it. But if anyone's read that, if it's out, let me know what you thought of it, because I didn't get it. It was another DC title that my comic book store just didn't carry, unless they pushed it back. That's kind of common with DC titles, is that they push their stuff back a lot, so it could just be something that got pushed back. But it's not a title that I remember seeing, and it's not even one that I remember seeing on my comic list, so we'll see what happens with that. But overall, I think that this is going to be a solid title. There is a character, it doesn't really give a lot of names, but there is a character from the movement who her power is she like will touch you, and it's called reading you, but like she'll touch you and she'll like know stuff. Like she touched the police chief and just knew that his wife was cheating on him, and that's not something that he even knew. So that seems like a kind of interesting power. It could be, used well later on to do things, but it could just be something that's like very predictable and you're just like, get her another power. I'm not really sure, but I think that it's going to be interesting. That's the only one they really showed like her power, besides like kind of the rat, which it's interesting to see like, what happens with the rat, if he is part of the movement and is just kind of like a rogue member, or if he is like some sort of bad guy that they have to deal with besides dealing with, the local policemen. So overall, I would say if you guys are into like superhero type comics, I would check out the movement. It is fairly new, so your comic book store, if it's a larger store, will probably be carrying it. I've went to a couple stores since I ordered it, and I actually didn't buy it because I knew that it was coming, but I got it yesterday. And I don't know, I think it's a good read. I'm not really familiar with, the author or anything, so I don't know any past works and if they're known for doing good work or bad work. But I think that this is a solid read. I would recommend it to people. I wouldn't say it's a must read and that if you don't read it, your world is going to come crashing down. But I think that it's something that, I enjoy, and it's just kind of like a nice breath. It's nothing like too super serious, at least for the first issue. But if you're reading, like, I just got done reading Saga. Like, if you're reading something crazy like that, like the first Saga trade, and then you just take a little break before reading something else that's like really serious, and you just read the movement. It's just a nice little thing to get your brain refreshed and ready to move on to the next thing. So if you have a moment in your day, just go pick it up and check it out. I think that you will enjoy it, and if you do, let me know in the comment section below. And if you don't enjoy it, let me know too, because I can see how some people wouldn't enjoy it. It's not your typical superhero story, so if you're like really into superheroes and like Superman and all that stuff, it's not going to be that. You might be disappointed, but I don't know, if you like the Young Avengers, I would say maybe the Avengers in general, but especially the Young Avengers, if you like them, I think that you'll like this. And if you like the Watchmen, I could see you liking this as well. So I mean, it's not as well written as the Watchmen, obviously, but I don't know, I think it's solid, and it'll be good, hopefully later on. Like I said, it is just the first issue, so we'll see what happens with it. It's a monthly series, so next month issue number 2 should come out, and then I will maybe do a review on it and let you know what I think about it going on. But that is all I have for this review. So the comic is The Movement. If you want to check it out, then go to your local comic book store, or you can download it on any of the downloadable comic sites. I'm sure DC has it, Comixology probably has it, and then any other ones. So that's all I have for you this time. I will see you guys in my next review. Bye!